Baddies Gone Wild has officially premiered, and I did not realize that they did these auditions for Baddies Midwest that whole season, then came and went, and they're finally airing Baddies Gone Wild. This is more of Terra. Subscribe to my channel for more, and I'm going to give my review on Baddies Gone Wild. First things first, the intro was cute. The intro was real cute. They supposed to be young girls inside of a baddie home. What I do like about this is giving BGC vibes, as in it's just one house. They have live confessionals and they have cameras all around the house. Do they get to keep their phones? But then they say Zeus don't let them keep their phones like that. Now, what I will say about the first episode of Baddies Gone Wild, it was better than the first episode of Baddies Africa. But we're going to get into Baddies Africa on a different video. Now, Mingli, I like that she said, I'm someone's sister, because the only thing I could think in my head was, who, baby, they do not want that lawsuit coming their way. Like, she's 19. Natalie, how you gonna ask that girl the day y'all started filming on how old she is? Shouldn't you been have asked that to say, oh, well, in Brazil it's legal. Natalie, you was old enough to be that girl mother. Tell me something, let's go, bitch. Like, chin, 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 chin. Now, we meet all of the girls. Some of the girls made it out of the auditions. Some of the girls did online taping. And some of them are celebrity people that is on the show. Like Gloss Up. Gloss Up, what you doing here, girl? What are you doing here? Now, the very first person that we met was Titi. Titi had me until she said, oh, I'm going to run this house. But then again, that's some real Bad Girls Club type of stuff. Then we had a few other people like Coco, Bahati, Hurricane M, Daisy D, Erica, Cupcake, Shay. Like, it's so many girls. I can't even keep up all these people. But fighting on the sprinter and then making the sprinter type breakdown, and y'all had to get on the sprinter. Y'all should have had just relaxed. But I want to touch base on Hurricane M. Now, she started with Jada and Jada, calling her a replacement because she basically got put on the list the day before the show. You ask me, that's some real bad girl stuff right there. But then they went into more of, they already had a little bit of beef because somebody mama said the N-word and stuff like that in social media stuff. But then y'all said y'all ain't had no problem with nobody, and then y'all get to fighting. Hurricane M, she a little likable, but then again, it's another thing. Cupcake looked exactly like Smiley. Somebody has said, why is Mariah Lynn mother on the show? Child, I scream. But she does look a little bit like Smiley. But we got a lot of New Yorkers on the show. I really do like that. Even Daisy D. I like Daisy D. She's from Rochester, New York. And even they tried to start with her a little bit. But she was like, no, 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 no. I like her, but I'm not going to touch too based on the New York conversation. Now, I do want to talk about Shay. Shay had a valid point. She says she feels some type of way that it is celebrity people on here and it's other people who submitted their tape online down the show, and everybody else had to fight through the war to get on the show. First off, anybody tell y'all to be on Baddies? I get it's a good opportunity, don't get me wrong. But anybody tell y'all to go up on here and fight with this person and that person, and you'll know everybody don't get casted on the show. So if you did get casted on the show, be grateful, Shay. Be grateful. But she did have a point though. Like, it's not fair that some of you celebrity people don't even gotta do nothing to get on the show. It's funny because she didn't fight Gloss Up. She fought other people. First off, her fighting Daisy D, I was like, okay, I already had liked Daisy D based on her energy coming on to the show. I really had liked that. But Shay did have a valid point though. But don't be mad at them. Pick your bone with Natalie or pick your bone with Zeus in general, or baby, you can just leave the show because you sound a little bit ungrateful. But Shay does seem like a likable person. Now, this is just the first episode, y'all. It's just the first episode. Bahati's from Australia. Bahati was getting it in. No matter if she won some or she lost some, Bahati was getting it in. And Bahati is somebody that I definitely voted for most valuable baddie. Now, that's something I want to pause and talk about. Zeus is allowing us every episode to vote for most valuable baddie, and I got a few favorites. Bahati is one of them. Daisy D is another one. It's so many, but you know what? I like that we could just do it every episode because you never know. Some people cool in the beginning, and then they turn around and be lame in the end. Shay really was starting problems though. But going back to TT, who the hell do you think you are putting your feet up telling Bahati that she can't sit here, stuff like that? See, stuff like that, that's like mean girl energy. I don't think that's bad girl energy. I think that's mean girl energy. Like, bitch, you need to move your feet or something like that. But Daisy, Daisy is still a fan favorite, and so is Mahadi. But why did the show? I had to pause the show 30 minutes and they wasn't even in the house yet, but that bus had broke down. And then they had the nerve to try to fight on the next bus that had got to them. I really wanted them to pick their room soon as they got there. Like I get that Natalie want to do her little whoop-de-woo and she want to introduce Ming to the show, but it would have just been great if they would have just let them pick their rooms, let them fight over the room. But I know they can't do everything like Bad Girls Club because they might get sued, but it just would have been nice. At least have they pictures on the wall and stuff like that. Like remember on BGC they had so many different things every season. Like it was just phenomenal. I do like that Baddies Gone Wild is giving a little bit of BGC, but not everything like the confessional room. Because what the hell was Xavier doing that? First off, Xavier confessional was so funny, but you need to be out there securing something, talking about some you see lashes and this, that, and the third. Now they're also gonna have a new baddies chain, which is the Baddies Gone Wild chain. Please don't be like the regular baddies and fighting over these chains, y'all, because it ain't that serious. But going back into Ming Ling because she didn't ride the sprinter with everybody else, kind of understandable, but still let her get the experience. But she had a very warm welcoming, especially from Daisy and I think her name was Janaya or something like that. But it seems like Shay wanted to square up with Ming Ling because she has that thing of like, oh, y'all didn't have to audition to get on the show, and they're like the way she was standing to me watching it, it looked like she wanted to square up with her or something. But she was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna test it. Bahati had me until they said that she was biting TT leg. Like, hold up now. Stop biting. Just stop biting people. Do y'all know how sick y'all can get? Y'all can die for biting people. And then wrapping this up. If Mei Ling didn't shut up with that kumbaya song, girl, please, with that kumbaya and put them people's sock down. You don't pick up nobody's sock, girl. That is dirty. I do love that Daisy had hit the fake smiley for sneaking. And we will be here every week for more of Terra to recap the episodes. And I watch almost everything.